I'm going to have AI give me the best glute workout ever. Well, I hope. It's stupid. It's stupid. So if you're anything like my sister, then you are two things: obsessed with AI and obsessed with optimization. And if you're anything like me, half the time you have no idea what the heck she's talking about, but being a supportive sister, you are always willing to listen. So the other night we were talking and I was working on new programs and she was going on about ChatGPT, and I had this moment where I realized, is AI coming for my job?
This is the worst.
As a trainer who's been coaching for nearly a decade and spends months at a time on these programs trying to come out with the absolute best programs possible, is AI going to be the way of the future to get free, quick, perfect programming like that? Well, that's what I'm here to figure out. Since ChatGPT is a learning machine, the more and more questions you ask it, the better and better its answers become. I knew I had to approach this as somebody who had some lifting experience but doesn't know nearly enough to do any self-programming. This is to get the most realistic use out of using AI for quick, effective programming without needing to know really much of anything when it comes to programming the perfect workout itself. So I'm now going to go in my phone and give ChatGPT a basic prompt of things that people with minimal lifting experience would know that they need from a workout, but that is it. Because the more questions I ask it, the more knowledge it requires on my end to know which questions to ask, which means I know more and more about programming. And that's just not who I think is going to be relying, at least at first, on AI when it comes to quick, effective programming. So I'm going to take this workout ChatGPT just gave me, I'm gonna get ready, we're heading to the gym, and we're gonna test this out and see if this workout is any good, and if us trainers and coaches should be worried. It's having me start with 5 minutes of jogging or brisk walking on the treadmill, which I love that.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Now it's saying to move into dynamic stretches. So I have leg swings, hip circles, walking lunges, and glute bridges. Perform each exercise for 10 to 15 repetitions on each side. So that's the entire warm-up it gave me. So I'm going to do that, follow it exactly as it is. That's pretty much it. So it's almost like doing a donkey kick to a fire hydrant down. One big circle, taking your hip in that full circular range of motion. You can go this way and they can do it reverse. And according to ChatGPT, that is plenty of warm-up for the workout we're going to do. Setting up for hip thrusts when you're using your own makeshift situation can take quite a while, which is why I understand, especially if you're on a time crunch or something, using machines is a lot more reasonable. So this workout is telling me no details other than 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps, rest 90 seconds between sets. With a big compound lift, 90 seconds is not a lot of time, and I would personally recommend a longer rest period, so really just listening to your body, but we are following the workout to a T, so 90 seconds. Gonna go grab more weight. Another thing to mention is I said nothing about warm-up sets. Do your warm-up sets. All right, went up to 2 plates. I'm supposed to be going in roughly 30-ish seconds, and I can already tell you that is not enough rest time, at least for compounds. Smaller accessory movements that aren't as demanding on the body, it's fine, but bigger compound lifts, 90 seconds is not gonna cut it. I got 10 more seconds. Okay. Yeah, was not rested enough. And then I get 90 more seconds. I barely got those 10 reps because I was not recovered enough, but I'm gonna do what I always do, and I'm gonna tack on more weight and see if I can make it work. ChatGPT's chirping with this 90-second bull. Normally I would go up in greater increments, but I am winded. I feel like I went and just did sprints. Let's hope I can get close to 10 with this. Barely 8. Yikes. This is only the first exercise. First impressions. Need more rest. need warm-up sets to achieve an optimal 10 to 12 reps each set. I easily could manipulate that and make it work for me. But if I'm following this as somebody who knows nothing and is just using this as a way to get a workout program, it might be a little difficult. Now the fun part, putting everything away. Don't be a jerk. Clean up after yourself in the gym. Okay, next up it says Romanian deadlifts. It does not specify which variation of deadlifts to do. I'm just going to stick with barbell for the ease of it because I had it out from the hip thrusts. 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, the same 90-second period rests. All right, I'm just gonna start off with the bar, and I grabbed some bumper plates to put on, and we'll just see. Drive my hips back, allowing my knees to slightly bend to get a little bit more glute engagement, a little bit more of a deeper stretch. All right. Can definitely add on some weight. Now in general, I'm gonna be taking all of my working sets lighter than I probably normally would just because of these shorter rest periods to make sure I have adequate form. Okay, it's been 90 seconds. Going again. Now, technically this is my 3rd working set according to what it wants me to do, but I know that first set was not a true working set of any challenge. That first set would be more of a warm-up set, which is why warm-up sets are so great, because it gives you an idea of your strength that day, your performance that day, chance to work on your form, and make sure that you're starting with an appropriate working load and not wasting sets and reps. See, that felt like an appropriate working load. So I'm gonna do that extra set I'm incorporating, just so I feel like I had a true, at least decent 3 working sets. If your main priority is strength, stop treating your weight training like cardio. Let cardio be cardio and let weight training be weight training. All right, next up is sumo squats. Again, no variation is given. It says 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps, 60-second rest between sets. So we've now decreased our rest period and increased our reps. Woohoo. All right, I'm opting for the Smith machine variation so I can get a really good sumo stance. I'm gonna use a low bar placement because that's just what's comfortable for me. And I'm gonna go more like semi-wide because I just feel like it feels better for me. "15 reps feels like a lot of reps for this workout and where it's placed. So I went ahead and tacked on 5s. I'm going up in very minimal increments today because these high reps and low rest periods are killing me. I am not used to this. Double checking and praying that it said 3 sets. I came into my gym's studio so I could film these. Next is walking lunges with dumbbells. 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps each leg, 60 seconds rests. And I know I'm gonna be kind of far for these. That's just because I wanna make sure I'm staying in the shot. I'm gonna call it at 12. I'm trying to take it to the max rep range, but I know I still have so much left to do for this workout, and I'm trying to utilize the energy I have left in the most efficient way possible. Whew. Ooh, that form breakdown really kicked in at the end there. Okay, next up it is cable kickbacks, 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps each leg. Again, with the 60 seconds rest in between. It's a pretty standard amount of reps that I program for an exercise like this. All I keep thinking about is all the exercises I still left to do. Like dreading it. Whew. All right, done with the kickbacks. All right, next up it says glute bridge with weighted plate, which isn't really making much logical sense to me. As far as using a plate, why wouldn't you use a dumbbell or a kettlebell or something that could easily lay on your hips, but we're gonna follow it. So I have a 10-pound plate and a 25, because I know the 45 is not gonna work. So I'm gonna try with the 25 and see how that goes. Then the issue you have is that is not gonna be enough weight for most people to be like challenging enough. I'm not sure. But you see how it rests? It's like digging into my stomach, but then I don't want it here because then it's not really on my glutes. It's up more on my quads because I would want it here. But then when I come down, it's just piercing me into my gut. So interesting choice. Okay, yeah. That is extremely uncomfortable. A 10 is just so light and it's still doing the same digging thing. The experienced part in me would be like, oh, okay, just go grab a different piece of equipment and use that. But somebody who has no experience that would be using this as a tool, I wouldn't assume that they would just know exactly what to go grab in place of that. Since between the 10 and the 25 didn't even make a difference, they both dug into my stomach, I'm gonna go grab a 45 and see what that is like. I already know this is so ridiculous. For experimental purposes. If I don't kill myself first. Okay, yeah. It doesn't even sit on my stomach. Yeah, no. Okay. That was just dumb. Stack plates. My stomach and hips are loving this right now. I think we all can agree that that is the worst idea. And I know it doesn't mean a plate with a barbell or anything like that because the first exercise specifically said a barbell. So if they wanted me to use a barbell with plates, it would have said that. What is that? It literally says a weighted plate. So unless I'm missing something. The audience of one over here has suggested trying maybe like this. Oh yeah, that feels real great. I would much rather have it dig into my stomach than dig into my... It's stupid. It's stupid. That's what. I just need to get this over with or else we're gonna be here all year. Next exercise, I'm over that. That's terrible. Single leg press, which I had in my last video. 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps each leg, 60 seconds rest. So I like the rep range, not a fan of the rest period. Now again, this gives no cues for glute dominant press, none of that. It just says single leg press. Just title this the never-ending workout. And we have finally reached the end of this marathon. Standing cable abductions. So it has us back on the cable machine, doing another kickback variation. Ish. In programming, it would have made a little bit more sense, especially if you train in a busier gym, to put these together, but that's not what ChatGPT wanted. 15 to 20 reps each leg, 3 sets, and I bet you can't guess how many seconds we have to rest. Standing cable abduction. So it doesn't say anything about the type of variation, straight leg, bent leg, none of that. So I'm just gonna stick with a straight leg variation. I am so gassed. It is literally just about getting through the rest of this workout at this point. Form breakdown of the century. Oh my God. Alrighty, we finished it. Well, I finished it. You watched me get tortured. Was it the worst workout in the world? No. Very solid exercises. I liked that there was no fluff exercises, bunch of like body weight, band work, jumping, all this kind of crazy stuff. It was very to the point. I liked that. And basically with the exercises at first, I was all right with it, but then it kind of began to become repetitive. It seems like the order in which the exercises were in could have been placed a little bit more efficiently and maybe omit some of the exercises that are not necessary to have all in one workout, and rather focus on really pushing yourself in those sets and exercises versus incorporating every exercise under the sun and just performing mediocre. So overall, can you use ChatGPT as a way to program your workouts? Sure, you can, of course. You can do whatever you want, but would I instruct somebody to who has no idea what they're doing, no idea what questions to ask? Probably not, just because it's not very specific. And if you know enough to know what questions to continue asking it so that it can keep learning and create you a better and better and better program, I feel like at that point, you don't really need somebody to write a program for you. You probably got a gist of knowing how to write your own stuff. If you want something really quick and you just want to go in the gym and try something new out, by all means, go for it. But if you're looking to really maximize your muscle growth or your strength training, I still feel like hiring a coach or a trainer or buying a program from somebody with experience and knowledge will still probably benefit you more in the long run. So all us coaches and trainers, we're not out of jobs just yet. AI, I don't think it's there just yet to replace us, but who knows in the future. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. The entire fit today is from Gymshark, so you can shop the link down below and use the code HunterCP, and it will save you money. They have a huge sale that is about to go down. It's their second biggest sale of the year, and if you use my code, you will also get another 10% off your order on top of that, so that is a lot of money saved. And of course, it also helps support me as well, so thank you guys so much if you do use my code. My 12-week workout program is in the description box below, as well as 2 new workout programs are coming very soon to the website. So make sure you sign up to my email list on there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.